Welcome into Schellenberger Field, everybody. Time for field hockey action here on homecoming weekend in the Hill City as the Lynchburg Hornets welcome the Bridgewater Eagles to Schellenberger Field in a rematch of last year's ODAC quarterfinal bout between these two sides. Lynchburg came away with a 3-0 victory and included a hat trick from Jackie Laro doing all the scoring. And then this afternoon, Lynchburg 11-3 as they enter 3-1 conference play, and meanwhile Bridgewater comes in 4-6, 1-2 in conference action. And looking at the recent stretch as well as we show the stats coming into today's contest. Most recently for Lynchburg, bounced back after the home loss to Shenandoah, now outscored their opponents 15-0 over the last couple of games. That includes the 12-0 routing at Ferrum in a 3-0 win this past Monday at Randolph-Macon. And meanwhile for Bridgewater, lost 3 of their last 4, and that comes after a 3-game win streak. So, under second-year head coach Gina Steffen, Eagles look to get back on track, and under 44th-year head coach and Justeel, Lynchburg looking to keep momentum on their side to make it a 3-game win streak. These two teams come in today. Lynchburg third in the conference standings, Bridgewater at 6th, and that's exactly where they finished last year, setting up the quarterfinal matchup, which again, Jackie Laro, hat trick in that contest. That was actually Laro scoring goals number 96, 97, 98 of her career in that game, then scored one more against Shenandoah in the ODAC semis, and then she finished her career with 99 career scores as a Hornet. Players out onto the turf, and what will go down as the 27th all-time meeting between the two sides. Lynchburg with a decisive edge, 25-1 all-time against the Eagles, and 15-0 at home. Just able to keep it in on the far side, Rachel Fitzpatrick, freshman from Bel Air, Maryland. Eagles try to reverse, bring it to the near side. Carolyn Klingler reels in the pass, looks forward, direction of Amora Marchand, freshman from Suffolk, Virginia. More on the all-time series history. Lynchburg won 7 straight against Bridgewater, 9 of the last 10. And meanwhile, the one win for Bridgewater was actually in the ODAC tournament on November 6th, 2015, taking down the Hornets 2-1. So, Bridgewater, we're going to gain some ground on Lynchburg. The Hornets looking to continue a one-sided series history. Flowing towards midfield in the direction of Kylie Amberger. Gets it across midfield for Bridgewater. Contested by Riley Cameron, who pokes it away from Amberger. Freshman from Fredericksburg, Virginia, with a goal and an assist this season. Back to Boatwright it goes. Boatwright trying to find the freshman Mallory Lamb. Couldn't reel in the pass from junior from Fredericksburg. Boatwright started all 15 games this year for Coach Enza Steele. And the Hornets, 4 goals, 2 assists on top of all she does defensively. Across that back line for Lynchburg, it's Boatwright the left back, and then you have Riley Cameron the center back, Mallory Lamb out on the far side. Also have Olivia Muir, who can drop back and also play a holding mid. Near side, Klingler trying to roll it forward for Ashley Coleman. Pass broken up, ball still live, now whistle on the play. It's going to stay with the Eagles just outside the shooting circle. On the restart, Klingler. Near side, Daphne Demude chips it into the semicircle. It's going to be called, or excuse me, it's going to stay with Bridgewater. Whistle. Just as the ball entered the shooting circle, now backed out by Demude. Taken away by Olivia Muir. Muir dribbles towards the near side, turns it over. The whistle puts it back in the hands of Lynchburg. 16 versus 16. That was Muir with Marchand on her hip. Clear attempt. Doesn't go far. Unable to keep it in, though, is Ashley Coleman. Hornets look to build out of their defensive third. Lynchburg team averaging 3.5 goals per game. And averaging 21-plus shots per contest as well on the other side. Bridgewater, just 7.5 shots per game, 1.4 goals per game. We'll see how those trends kind of carry into this contest. Can Lynchburg make this into an offensive showdown? Because if so, that probably plays into the favor of the Hornets. Meanwhile, Bridgewater can hang around, keep it low scoring, frustrate the Lynchburg offense. Then the opportunity ajar for the Eagles going with the upset against the 3-seeded Hornets. Numbers come forward for Bridgewater. This is an encouraging start for the Eagles. Generated turnover just outside the attacking third is picked up by Demude. Looking inside the shooting circle, the intended target is Amberger. It's directed out of play, but this sets up the first penalty corner for either side. So can Bridgewater take advantage of the set piece? And it's certainly going on the road, it's homecoming weekend. This is an opportunity for the Eagles to land the first punch. And that would certainly go a long way to try to come away with the upset win. Heading towards the end line, Meredith Rankin, senior from Marshall, Virginia. 11 starts, 3 points off a goal and an assist this season. Rankin will insert. Those at the top of the shooting circle include Kelly Mullen. Looks like Demude is next to her on the left. Instead, pass goes out, far side wing. Step in. Shot then deflected up by Boatwright. Recollected and then cleared away by Lamb. Looked like shots came from Klingler from the far side. The Vendricks had it for a moment, tapped it back. Now Brittany Clayball looks to play it quick on the restart. Looks long. Vendricks the intended target. She's past the Bridgewater defense, has Giannis out to her left. Passed inside the shooting circle, kicked away by the keeper, Madeline Miller. Vendricks tracks it down. Lynchburg still knocking on the door. Whistles. Foul goes against the Eagles. Stays in the hands of the Hornets. Clayball just connected with Vendricks out on the outlet. 3 marked up by 3. Clayball looking to get away from Fitzpatrick. Another whistle. Once again, it goes against Bridgewater. Lamb, hard struck. Deflected out of play. Lynchburg still with it. Fringe the attacking third. Lamb rolls ahead. Here's the senior Kessa Romero. Top of the shooting circle. It's deflected. Last touched by an Eagle defender. So it'll be rolled out to Olivia Muir. Muir's been really impressive this season. Freshman from Milford, Pennsylvania. Today her 8th start, 15th game played. Give goes back to Lamb. Looking to insert. Made its way inside the shooting circle. Vendricks couldn't reel in the pass. Now Bridgewater looking to clear. Ball still loose. Vendricks battling against Mullen for the loose ball. Nice move. Demude creates just enough separation. Connects with a teammate moving forward. Now it's Coleman looking to gather the loose ball. Swing it out to the near side in the direction of Marchand. But another whistle that goes against the Eagles. Muir wastes no time. Rolls it forward. Off the foot of Hendricks, however. Now Bridgewater take over. Now we get to see a spot where Eagles defense was allowed to bring numbers forward, put some pressure on the Lynchburg back line to clear. Now the Hornets get to do the same against Bridgewater. Fitzpatrick going to get away from Clayball. Clear goes out to the far sideline. Clayball in the direction of Giannis. Whistle goes against the Eagles. Romero off the restart. Muir. First touch brings her to her left. Big swing. Finds the stick of Amberger. Ends the run there for Lynchburg. Hornets been getting to play at home this year. 4-2 on the season. 4-1 record away from Schellenberger Field. All in all, it's just been an impressive season put together by Coach Enza Steele, which, hey, by the way, a win today would be her 640th as the head field hockey coach here for Lynchburg. Pass broken up for a moment by Demude. But the whistle goes against the Eagles. Muir, swing and a miss. Gathers once more. Now the pass is taken away out on the far side. Looked to be Aaron Dameron. Broke up the pass. Instead, make that Emily Tyler, sophomore from Leesburg, Virginia. Has 3 goals this season. That accounts for all 6 points. And Turner now started all 11 games this season. Eagles back into the attacking third. We've seen both teams with opportunities threatening their opposing defenses, but still looking to break through. A little more than 7 to play here in the first quarter. Giannis defends against Klingler. Short pass goes to Coleman. Broken up by Utjace. Utjace, freshman from the Netherlands. Been a part of what's been a really encouraging first-year class, including the likes of Olivia Muir and Matterland, both in the starting 11, as well as Marlou Vendricks up top, spearheading the Lynchburg offensive formation. Boatwright has it go past her stick. Rolled forward. Here's Coleman. Defended by Cameron. Assisted by Muir. Whistle will end the run for Bridgewater. Cameron looks to clear. Slow roller comes to the near side. Intended for Utjace, Pass broken up and taken away by Klingler. Now it's Amberger looking to get away from Muir. Muir instead earns possession for Lynchburg. Had a step on Amberger. Whistle on the play, and it goes against the Eagles. One shot for both sides. As Boatwright surveys. Aerial out to midfield. Hauled in by Giannis. Can she get it through? Yes, she can. She's got Sarah McCullum in transition. Vendricks in front of her. Shot just inside the semicircle. It was deflected just enough by Miller, and then Vendricks couldn't redirect it and tap it home. Second shot of the game for Lynchburg, and it was a pretty one. There you see it was actually deflected by the oncoming rush from behind. Give credit there to Jade Buckles, freshman from Stafford, Virginia. Redirected the shot just off frame. While talking about keeper Madeline Miller, freshman from Yorktown, Virginia. 6th in the ODAC in goal against average at 2.5. And then 5th in the conference with a save percentage just under 75%. On the other side, it's the junior Kayla Brady, hailing from Delaware. Started all 15 games this season. 1.12 goal against average and an 82.4% save percentage. So we have subs waiting to check in for both sides. Madison Mark, Jenna Tangiers will come on for Lynchburg, the next available opportunity. And it looks to be Mackenzie Buckley who will check in for Coach Steffen. Subs are on. Mark and Tangiers come on for McCullum and Utjace, and subbing out for Bridgewater is Rachel Fitzpatrick, as heading out onto the turf is Buckley. Working to her right. Marchand had to take it away by the freshly subbed in Tangiers. Whistle goes against Bridgewater. Lynchburg tries to play a quick off the restart. Boatwright wanted Tangiers. Couldn't reel in the pass. Mullins' pass immediately ripped away. Vendricks then has it taken right back. Tangiers steps up, applies pressure against Daphne Demude. Attempt to clear up the near sideline. Klingler has it deflected out of play. Now another attempt. Tangiers picks the pocket of Klingler. Gets it right back. Tapped up to midfield. Hauled in by Coleman. Off to her left has Amberger. It's tapped out by Lynchburg. Making her way up the turf. Klingler on the restart, near side. Rolls forward, wanted Marchand. Swerves from left to right, poked away for just a moment by Romero. Now it's Romero taking away the pass. Has Mark. Can't make it past Meredith Rankin. Buckles on the far side. Watches it go out of play. Loose ball gathered by Lamb. Pass goes beyond Romero. There's Tangiers. Wanted Giannis forward. Stopped initially by Mullen. Romero tracking left. Her pass goes harmlessly through the shooting circle. Good clear. So we'll flip the field. First to it is Lamb for Lynchburg, just in front of Emily Tyler. Pass intended for Romero. Left just enough short. That allows Damude. Pick off the pass. Now the feed from Klingler just behind Coleman. Cameron wanted Boatwright. Couldn't keep the pass in. Credit goes to Coleman, cutting off the passing angle. Marchand. Intended for Coleman. Whistle on the play. It'll go against the Hornets. Klingler on the restart. Plays it back to Damude. Fakes the entry instead, evades Tangiers before. Boatwright steps up, and Bridgewater, once again, will reset. Fringe of the attacking third. Mullen, senior from Williamsburg, Virginia. Today her 10th start, 11th game played. Romero steps up, did break up the pass, so for a moment there was an opening for Marchand, which quickly closed. Give a ton of credit to Bridgewater, though. They've controlled time of possession and pace of play, and just as much as Lynchburg has camped out in the attacking third, we've seen Bridgewater do it pretty evenly, if not maybe more here in this first quarter. As the Eagles look to play the role of road spoiler against Lynchburg, celebrating homecoming. Looking to improve to 5-2 and playing at home. Those two losses, by the way, against a ranked CNU and a ranked Shenandoah last weekend. Tangiers taps at 4, less than 10 to go in the first quarter. Stays with the Eagles, but the remaining seconds of the first quarter will wind off the clock. We're through 15, no score, and a total of 3 shots, but plenty of excitement to go around. You're watching 27th all-time meeting between Lynchburg and Bridgewater. Don't go anywhere. We're just going to step aside, and when we come back, second quarter action between the Eagles and the Hornets on LHSN.
Want to have some outdoor adventures while getting a degree at the same time? At the University of Lynchburg, we have an on-campus zip line and road course. Plus, we offer adventure trips that cost less than a cup of coffee. And did I mention our beautiful scenery? We're a university for students looking for something more than just books. Welcome to your new adventure experience.
At the University of Lynchburg, we've lowered our tuition, so you get a better value for a great education. Come see our campus for yourself.
When creating a sustainable future, your choices matter, even your choice of a college. The University of Lynchburg is the first college in Virginia to go carbon neutral. Our dining hall is Green Restaurant certified. We compost all of our food waste and purchase our electricity from landfill gas. Now we're turning a hazardous lake into a thriving urban wetland. When you choose Lynchburg, you leave a smaller footprint while building a better tomorrow.
This is the dough. It's wicked cute. It's always so pretty.
Every great college has a great city. For Lynchburg, we are near urban areas with lots of restaurants, shopping, and events. Plus, we are one of the top schools in the area. Come see for yourself.
Through the first set of 15, getting set for second quarter action between Lynchburg and Bridgewater. Hornets looking to make it a 3-game win streak. Bridgewater looking to end a streak of 3 losses over their last 4 games played, and the exception being a 2-0 win against Randolph-Macon, who Lynchburg took down on Monday 3-0 in Ashland, Virginia. That game was rescheduled due to Hurricane Ian coming through a couple weekends back. But all in all, Lynchburg 3-1 in conference play, Bridgewater 1-2. We're still at a point in the season where there's enough conference games left where standings could drastically change, but it's about the time of the year where teams are looking to play their best brand of their sport. On this occasion, we're talking field hockey. They're going to get hot before we get into the postseason. Hamburger generated a turnover, at least for a moment. Lamb sends it off the foot of Mackenzie Buckley, who checked in late in the first quarter. Tyler pursues from behind. Lynchburg now inside the shooting circle. Romero chips it through and past the likes of Sydney Rowe, Olivia Van Meter, and Mika Utchase. Off the restart. Nearing midfield, Marchand. Be forced to back up now, but foul goes against the Hornets. Here's Klingler, 2 goals, 12 shots, 4 points this season for Bridgewater. Rolls it ahead, back out towards the outskirts of the attacking third, but there is Olivia Muir. Nice move from Lamb. Able to evade Buckley. Now Lynchburg works quick up the field. Brittany Claybaugh has 2 defenders collapse quickly. Whistle goes against the Eagles. Off the restart. Kicked out near side, Utchase. Hauls in the pass. Thought about passing back to Boatwright. Was trying to play between the wickets of Marchand and get to it, but poked away by Van Meter. Back out to Muir. Now it's Romero on the far side. Romero navigates through traffic. Pass. Can't find its intended target. We're seeing both sides now through almost 20 minutes of play. Be able to get to the attacking third. Create a couple of opportunities. Saw Lynchburg with a breakaway chance. McCullum's shot was deflected from behind. It was a really nice play from Jade Buckles. That being said, teams have flirted with it. Haven't really seen a whole lot of prime opportunities. Again, just 3 shots between the 2 teams combined. Played inside the shooting circle. Whistle ends the run for Lynchburg. Went off a foot of a Hornet player. Mullen kicks out wide. Now Sydney Rowe just in front of the cage. Tapped it up to herself, then missed wide right. Deep sigh of relief for the Bridgewater defense. Rowe nearly able to come away with her 7th score of the season. Here it is once more. Tapped up and then shoveled just wide. And on cue, as I'm saying, Lynchburg, Bridgewater alike haven't really had a lot of great chances. We've kind of lived in the attacking third, but we haven't seen much more than that. Well, best scoring opportunity of the day goes to the Hornets. Lynchburg will build across the back line. The reverse comes all the way near side. Boatwright carries forward, has real estate to work with. Dishes off. Here's Muir. Claybaugh in front of her. Muir still controls. What's the difference between Buckley and Tyler? Romero gives back. Muir eyes Boatwright instead. Looks center of the shooting circle. Rowe with another opportunity. Nice save comes from Miller. Ball still live. Collected by Utchase. Poked away then Mullen steps up and makes a nice play defensively for Bridgewater. Her clear attempt then goes off the body of Chase, so Bridgewater off the restart. Sub on for the Eagles as Tyler will check out, and on comes Becca Mercer, sophomore from Hanover, Virginia. Today her 10th game played. Chase sends it towards the shooting star, but whistle blowing just before it can get to its final destination. Mullen come forward, and now it's the senior looking to build the Bridgewater offense from the back line. Her pass broken up by Madison Mark, sophomore, hailing from Pennsylvania. Two teams trade possession. Whistle goes against Lynchburg. Goes against Bridgewater. Lynchburg has it after the foul. Chase forward for Van Meter, working against Mullen. Crosses to her left. Evades a second defender in the form of Klingler. Now trying to play it in to the semicircle. Once again, whistle ends possession there for Lynchburg, and this is kind of the status quo we've settled into here in the second quarter. So a couple of opportunities for Sydney Rowe just in front of the cage. One she left wide off frame. The second results in a nice save made by Madeline Miller. Coleman gets past Boatwright. And in front of her, she has Mackenzie Buckley. Coleman couldn't evade Cameron. Clayball has it at midfield. Draws back. Now looks forward from grad student to senior. Now it's with Romero. Chipping ahead, and it goes off the body of Buckles. Again, Lynchburg looking for its impressive freshman Sydney Rowe. You look at this first-year class, again, listing off some of the names who have made big impacts right away. Rowe's got 6 goals this year. Lamb has started all 15 across that back line. Aura Balsamo, we haven't seen her yet today as Bridgewater brings back Rachel Fitzpatrick onto the turf, and to the sideline goes Amora Marchand. But Olivia Muir, 8 starts, 15 games played on that back line. Arlu Vendricks, second on the team with 9 goals this season. Mika Chase, 6 starts, 14 games played. Get the idea. And when you talk about a Lynchburg team that graduated 99 career goal scorers from Jackie Laro and Emily Dudley as well, a lot of pieces missing from last year's team as it's deflected up and off of a head of a Bridgewater defender. They'll stop the clock with 7:27 to go, and athletic trainers run out onto the turf, and that is such a scary play. Both teams will break into huddles. So a break in the action midway through the second quarter. As athletic trainers, check on the player down. Both teams get a chance now. Pseudo water break. I've only got to see it the one time, but that's. You want to show the homecoming? Have Claire swivel around and show I believe that is Kelly Mullen that's down on the turf, waiting for a number confirmation. Just had a player run out on the turf and talk to Mullen. That was Daphne Demude. And it is indeed Kelly Mullen, who walked towards the near sideline. Hope to see Mullen back in this contest, but more importantly, I hope all is well for the senior from Lynchburg, Virginia. Such a scary play. I mean, that's the risk that kind of comes with field hockey. Ball can be deflected at any moment, and it was an unfortunate hop that found Mullen. So, again, hoping all the best there. Playback underway now. Looking forward, Buckley's pass taken away. Lynchburg just outside the shooting circle. On the reset, they'll have it. Far side just again outside the semicircle. We saw Brooke Highland, first time seeing the junior with it. Native to New Jersey. Romero will play it on the restart. Closest defender is Buckles, accompanied by Buckley. It was played up by Rowe. Vendricks swing and a miss on the shot attempt. Nice dribbling comes from Klingler, able to get it outside the shooting circle, and the pass to midfield. Coleman then loses control, but really nice play there from Klingler. And it gets the Lynchburg offense out of their attacking third and allows the Bridgewater defense to collect themselves, take a deep breath, and reset, at least for a moment. Here's Vendricks having it poked away. Nice play from Riley Chandler, freshman from Prince George, Virginia. Boatwright with it at midfield. So Ariel sent in the direction of Vendricks. Off the stick of Klingler it went. Vendricks still reels in the pass. Spins to her left. Cuts back right against Chandler. Whistle. This will result in the first penalty corner chance of the day for Lynchburg. We saw one for Bridgewater back in the first quarter. Now the Hornets have their first opportunity with a set piece. Typically it's Brittany Clayball who will play the insert. But you see another look at the play that led into this penalty corner chance. And once again, it will be Clayball with the honors on the end line. Near side wing, it'll be Sydney Rowe. And then at the top of the shooting circle, Aaron Boatwright, Riley Cameron, I believe Brooke Highland. It's rolled up, top of the semicircle. Cameron steps up, has her shot deflected. Highland couldn't keep it in. Stays with Lynchburg, pushed out to the blue line. Muir gives back to Lamb. Lamb looking for Highland. Off of Rowe it goes. Bridgewater in front of midfield. Pass comes near side. Klingler in front of Vendricks. Whistle goes against the Hornets. Less than 5 to play here in the first half. There's a 2-1 shot advantage to start up second quarter. That's now grown to a 6-1 lead for Lynchburg. Pass can be hauled in by Coleman. Rolls harmlessly across the near sideline. So, like we've seen a number of times, it's Boatwright looking to clear on the near sideline. Rolled forward for Coleman. Now trying to set it up for Buckley. Cameron breaks up the pass. Redirected. Fitzpatrick gathers for Bridgewater. Whistle in the play. Goes against Lynchburg. Eagles on the restart. Back out to Klingler. Looking to center it up in the semicircle. Tapped in and past Brady. Bridgewater with 3:43 to go in the first half. Leads 1-0. Just the second shot of the contest for Bridgewater, and it finds home. Take another look. Left alive inside the shooting circle. Looked to be rolled in by Amora Marchand. Would be her 4th of the season. And not often has Kayla Brady been bested this season, but here the junior relents the first score of the afternoon, and it's 1-0 Eagles. Can Lynchburg find a response? Highland leaves back for Romero as Aura Balsamo there out wide on the far side. Romero instead keeps. Whistle goes against the Eagles. Wild shot, well off frame. Riley Chandler, first-year player, kicks near side. Can the Eagles break the press? And answer, at least on this occasion, is no. Romero for Vendricks. Pass then deflected. And a real dangerous ball, so it's Bridgewater. Chance to clear. Sent to Muir. Gives back to Lamb. Couldn't reel in the pass initially. Tyler brings on some pressure and nearly had the runaway opportunity. Would have been one-on-one against Riley Cameron. But nonetheless, Lynchburg still working on the offensive side. Despite holding a 4-shot advantage, trail 1-0. A little more than 2 minutes to play. First of our 3 contests on Schellenberger Field, but as a part of homecoming festivities. After this, we have women's soccer and another quarterfinal rematch. So Hornets will take on the Guilford Quakers, and then at 7 o'clock tonight, it's number 1 Wodak seeded Lynchburg men's soccer taking on the 3 seed Roanoke. Lamb connects with Romero. Trying to work to her left. Whistle. That will lead to the second penalty corner of the quarter for the Hornets. Looked like it was Chandler who was stepping up to defend against Romero, and Bridgewater does not give up a shot, which is certainly a good thing, but now it's Lynchburg working on a set piece where the Hornets have been very dangerous this season. Once again, it'll be Clayball inserting. Near side wing, it's Highland, top of the shooting circle. Features Boatwright, Vendricks, and Romero. Instead, it rolls all the way through. Cameron outside the shooting circle looks to set up a teammate. But a whistle goes against the Hornets. Lynchburg still held scoreless with less than 90 seconds to go. Highland checks out. Emily Giannis returns. And a sub on for Bridgewater. And Mackenzie Buckley back out on the turf. Aerial flicked out towards Buckley. Also in the vicinity is Autumn Just, freshman from Ashland, Virginia, 8th game played this season. Balsamo trying to get away from Buckles. Able to lay her stick down, create the turnover in transition. Now tapped out just in front of midfield. That looks to be Tyler. Oh, just 30 seconds to go. It seems Bridgewater's content taking that score to the halftime break. I believe that's Alyssa Smith bringing it out towards the corner, and now it's going to be a penalty corner for Lynchburg. Instead, that was Meredith Rankin trying to dribble out the remaining clock. So, interesting move, but still less than 20 seconds to go in the first half, and the clock stops at 19 and a half to go. And penalty corner number 3 now for Lynchburg. 0 for 2 on these chances so far today. Clayball inserts once again from the near side, just as we saw a moment ago, and now it's Emily Giannis on the near side wing. Pass instead goes up top, semicircle to Cameron. Dishes out far side. Vendricks trying to set up Oches, who's Redirect. This is wide right. And that will do it for the first half of action. 1-0 your score. Bridgewater looking to score their second all-time win against Lynchburg and play spoilers on homecoming. Don't go anywhere. We're going to step aside, and when we come back, we'll have first half stats, individual and team metrics through the first 30 minutes of play. You're watching Lynchburg and Bridgewater on LHSN.
Be ready for anything, okay? Come on, let's go together! Together, let's go! Come on! Let's go! Keep going! There is the death switch. Straight? Straight up? Yep. Okay. Cool. Good one. All right, guys, you see the meat grinder down here? Stay in the boat. Let's go. Camera? Oh, what'd you think of that? Woo!
I wanted to be a physical therapist probably starting about halfway through college. I love the concept that exercise is medicine. You know, we're starting to discover that exercise really can remedy many of the things that we thought that only surgery or only drugs could remedy in the past. When the student comes here, it's because we believe in them, it's because we want them here, it's because we believe they'll be successful. The faculty here are devoted to their development, not only academically but also professionally. We're not so inundated with things that we don't have time to make students one of our highest priorities. We have your back. We're gonna help you through that. If you're willing to work, then we're willing to put the work into it and the effort to help you succeed.
This video isn't about me. It's about the limitless possibilities that the University of Lynchburg allows me to be. An athlete, an artist, an adventurer, a writer, a believer, a human. Because what I love about the University of Lynchburg is that they have a saying, here we're home, And honestly though, I think a better fit would be a home for everyone. Because it doesn't matter the color of your skin, the person you love, the God you pray to, the pronouns you use, the city you're from, the language you speak. University of Lynchburg gives you the greatest opportunity they can for you to be the absolute best version of yourself.
I was really attracted to Lynchburg primarily because my dad went here. He is an alum, so I kind of have that close tie of being interested in this school. And the school had what I wanted to study. I knew I wanted to help people in the area of health and wellness, so the health promotion program was definitely a program that drew me in. And from day one, I've been in love with it, and I wouldn't have chosen any different. I have never had better professors or teachers in my life, and I think here at the University of Lynchburg, the professors definitely care about their students, especially in the health promotion department. These professors want you to be educated, want you to have the experience, and just want you to feel confident going into your career path following your collegiate education. You just feel like you're cared for here and that you matter, and that no matter what, at the end of the day, you're going to be successful, and the people here really want to be here, and everyone has a purpose, and it's just a great environment to be in.
Halftime in the Hill City, 1-0 your score. Bridgewater looking to play spoiler on the road and leading after 30 minutes. Welcome back to Schellenberger Field. TJ Weird here with you to take you through the fun. The first three games we'll see this afternoon on Schellenberger Field. We'll run you through some of the numbers through the first half of play, and where it matters most, Bridgewater with an edge. Down the rest of the score or the stat sheet, not a whole lot of advantages to be had. And you look back at that first half for Lynchburg, and especially considering trailing those 3 penalty corners, nothing comes of it. That looms large when you're going into the break trailing, and I'm sure that's something Coach Enza Steele is reiterating to her squad now. But nonetheless, give a ton of credit to Bridgewater. They've executed their game plan. They've been sound on defense and been able to, Lynchburg's had opportunities in the attacking third, but no great opportunities inside the shooting circle other than the one Sydney Rowe played up to herself and just missed it wide right of frame. But nonetheless, Lynchburg had a hard time offensively. We'll see how that changes in the second half. Bridgewater's defense has been stifling. I'll run you through some of the individual numbers. Madeline Miller shot on goal. That resulted in a save. Meanwhile, Caleb Brady has faced just one shot on goal, and that ended up being the goal allowed. Shot takers for Lynchburg, Riley Cameron, Sarah McCollum, Marler Vendricks, Katza Romero, Mika Uchase all have one, and leading the way is Sydney Rowe with 2 shots, one of which was on goal. Then on the other side, shot and resulted in a save for Cameron Klingler, and the other shot taker is Becca Mercer, and to that point, Mercer was the goal scorer, not Marchand. So Mercer, her second goal of the season, gives Bridgewater the 1-0 lead. And, of course, it's homecoming weekend here in Lynchburg. Those in attendance, tailgating, having a good time, and hoping to cheer on their home Hornets to a second-half comeback. Don't go anywhere. More between Lynchburg and Bridgewater when we come back on LHSN.
My name is Alexis Fabula. I major in criminology and I double minor in psychology and criminal forensics. My favorite part about Lynchburg is the friends that I've come to have. It's helped me come out of my shell more, and it's helped me become the person I am and the student I am. I really enjoyed how small the campus was, and I also really enjoy how small the class sizes are. It made me feel like I was going to be more engaged than I would at a bigger campus. If someone was on the fence of coming to the University of Lynchburg, I would definitely love to sit down and have a conversation with them, because I'm forever grateful that I made this choice. It's definitely something that a student wouldn't regret. Out of my 4 years here, I've not had one bad experience. I've had a great 4 years, and I'm going to be very sad to go.
Think a private education is too expensive? Think again. At the University of Lynchburg, you can get a personalized education for the cost of a state school. If you're commuting and you get our top scholarships, you could pay much less. And you get all that without the hassle of giant lecture halls. Our faculty know your name here and do more than just teach. You might even do research together and plan out your next career moves.
Lynchburg is all about you, your ideas, and your goals. We've got one professor for every 10 students, so you can get all the support you need. In the classroom, in the lab, or in nature. You'll learn by putting yourself out there, and we're right there with you.
Welcome back. Schellenberger Field getting set for quarter number 3 between Lynchburg Hornets and the Bridgewater Eagles. Field hockey action here. It was a 1:30 start time. Second of our 4 broadcasts here for homecoming. Emma Giannis generates the turnover, picking the pocket of Daphne Demude. Whistle on the play, and they're going to stop the clock after just 15 seconds, and it's a green card dished out to Demude. Heads to the sideline. So a player up advantage for Lynchburg. Comes into the second half, trailing by 1. Dangerous ball goes against Lamb. Pass was reeled in by Romero, which is certainly impressive, but nonetheless, possession awarded to the Eagles. Looking to swing it out far side. Meredith Rankin has her pass go off the body of Cameron Klingler. Shot left wide of frame. Vendricks nearly with her 10th score of the season. Here it is one more time. Nice feed in stride. Tangiers finds Vendricks, who spins, favors that left side, and just left it wide. So a deep sigh of relief for Madeline Miller. Mallory Lamb, couldn't keep it in on the near sideline, just in front of Jade Buckles. So Rankin once again on the restart. We saw a whole lot of this in the first half for both sides, really. Team trying to break out of their defensive third. Numbers come forward. The press then leads to some opportunities to get some shots off on goal. Bridgewater able to come through. Lynchburg yet to find the scoring column. Really nice play from Riley Cameron, stepping up and taking it away from Emily Tyler. Romero cuts to her left, able to best Marchand. Got a step on her defender. Romero will be forced to play back, and instead will let Olivia Muir play it near side. Lamb has Tangiers behind her. Instead, pass inside the shooting circle goes off the body of Buckles. Muir finds Romero, chipped up one more time. Vendricks trying to best Miller. Giannis able to keep it in. Tried to play it back to Tangiers, but the pass just a step behind. The junior from Bel Air, Maryland. Couple of opportunities there for Lynchburg. Nothing to show for it. Hornets try to play it quick. Vendricks the intended target. Broken up by Klingler. Now Lynchburg working across their back line. Martha Chapazzi. Back to Cameron. Swung on a miss. Now tries once more for Boatwright. Another reverse for the Hornets. And Chapazzi in, you see Lamb moves up from the right back spot, getting to play more in the midfield. Chapazzi, after turning it over, able to get it right back for Lynchburg. Kylie Amberger couldn't reel in the pass. Another opportunity, and she gets the feed from DeMude. Amberger picked up by 2 Lynchburg defenders. Centers the pass up. DeMude then lays it forward for Fitzpatrick, trying to get it back to Amberger on the near sideline. Can't reel it in. Chapazzi clears, finds DeMude, trying to center it up for Marchand. Pass makes it through unscathed. Loose ball after the clear attempt from Lynchburg, gathered by Karen Klingler. Now Marchand in front of Boatwright. Works left, Boatwright recovers and rips it away from Marchand. Pass broken up at least for a moment by DeMude. Vendricks controls on the far side. Has Romero, center of the turf. Plays it ahead. Trying to find Lamb in stride. Does just that. Lamb in front of Buckles. Cuts to her left. Walks the tightrope up the end line. Pass then sent out of play. Clear comes from Alyssa Smith. But first penalty corner of the second half on its way. Bridgewater has Kylie Amberger head to the sideline. Only Tyler will check in the next opportunity for the Eagles. Also heading to the sideline is Rachel Fitzpatrick talking it over with second-year head coach Gina Steffen. Insert will come from Brittany Clayball. Has Giannis in front of her on the far side wing. Pass goes to the aforementioned Giannis. Team best 10 goals this season. Shot rolls all the way through unscathed. Tangiers nor Boatwright could redirect. Shot advantage now at 10-2 Lynchburg, but where it matters most, still 1-0 Bridgewater. Romero breaks up another pass. Connects with Giannis inside the semicircle. Giannis trying to get the feed through to Vendricks. It's stopped by Riley Chandler. And here comes another penalty corner. This time Boatwright learns insert from the near side. Number 19 team in the country, Lynchburg, playing from behind. Less than 10 to go in the third quarter. Unable to come through on these set-piece opportunities today. Tangier steps forward. Then it's deflected by Clayball. Ball still live. Romero got a stick in the mix as well. But amongst all the chaos in front of the cage, no shot on goal. And at least on those set-piece opportunities, if you're a Lynchburg fan, you want to start seeing Madeline Miller come up with saves. Tapped up by Giannis. Romero leaves it wide right of frame. Once again, another opportunity where finds Lynchburg sticks, but nobody able to successfully test Miller. Tyler with Chapazzi and Lamb on either side. Rankin attempts to clear. Taken away by Lynchburg's number 22, Kessa Romero. Has Vendricks to her left. Romero attempts to cut to her left. Had it poked loose for just a moment. Giannis. The pass intended for Vendricks. Watches it roll out across the end line. Lynchburg still with possession. Fringe of the attacking third. Boatwright carries forward. Wants Clayball. Reels it in. Shot. Stopped by Giannis. Wrong place, wrong time there for Emily Giannis. Foul goes against Lynchburg. Demude ahead for Mackenzie Buckley. Broken up at midfield. Another whistle that goes against the Hornets. Now Bridgewater in positive territory. Off the foot of Lamb it went. Restart will begin with Demude. Sends it towards the shooting circle. Closest to it was Becca Mercer, the lone goal scorer we've had this afternoon. Cameron swings near side. Now Lamb taps forward. Giannis returns the favor. Give and go. Here's the freshman. Lamb connects with another freshman. Rowe misses wide left. 15th shot of the day, and Lynchburg still with just 3 shots on goal. Here it is again. Beautiful sequence between Giannis and Lamb. That leads to this dime dropped, and then Rowe just couldn't hit it cleanly and knew it immediately. Another turnover generated by the Lynchburg defense. Tangier's trying to play it forward for Rowe. Rowe inside the shooting circle. Well defended by Rankin. Whistle. Penalty corner inbound for Lynchburg. Megan Bailey will check in for Bridgewater when afforded the opportunity as Emily Tyler comes to the sideline. Still Clay ball to insert. 6:46 to go in the third quarter. Giannis on the far side wing. Pass goes up top. Reeled in by Cameron. Swung near side. Lamb then gives back Cameron. Shot. Slow roller. Kick back out. Boatwright has it deflected up and then into the back of the cage. 17th shot of the day for the Lynchburg offense. Ties us up 1-1. Here it is again. Boatwright might have been deflected by Claybaugh, but as everyone swarms Boatwright, let's just assume it's her score. Would be the 5th of the season for the junior. More importantly, if you're a Lynchburg fan, we're tied up 1-1. So 1-1 your score, Schellenberger Field, and now I'm joined by special guest Jackie Laro. And Jackie, it's great to have you. It's great to see you as well.
Thank you. It's so good to be back.
Well, I'd love to know what's been going on, but hey, what have you seen so far in this contest? I mean, you had a hat trick against Bridgewater in the quarterfinals last year, so a team you're certainly familiar with, and now the offense starting to wake up for Lynchburg is Rowe inside the attacking third.
Sid.
Sydney Rose trying to set her up,
good.
trying to set it up for Giannis, who 10 goals coming into today. Player you got to play with a whole lot last year, and all in all, what have you think? What have you thought of this Lynchburg field hockey team this year?
Honestly, I think they've been doing great. I think I was surprised with all the freshmen rotating in. But like obviously Sydney and Brittany, like I've played with them all 5 years, and I think they've been doing great. It's exciting. I think I love. I don't know. I feel weird watching and not playing, but at the same time, like it's just so like proud of everyone to see like they're doing great.
And you were once upon a time a freshman who rotated in pretty well.
Yes.
We've seen that. Marlou Vendrick's 9 goals this year. Sydney Rowe with 6.
Yes,
So
I know the international girls. I love them. And 9 right now, Mallory. Like,
yep.
awesome. I was watching one of your last games, and she was like, she won't be on the stat sheet, but she's the best player, and she's honestly a game changer so much. And Erin right now.
And I believe it is Boatwright who got a credited score for Lynchburg to tie us up. Rowe has it kicked away by Miller. Another opportunity sent towards the freshman keeper, but whistle ends that opportunity for Lynchburg. But like you were saying, I mean, you talk about Mallory Lamb in specific, and it kind of gives me shades of Kessa Romero with their ability to connect the back line in that forward spot, which, you know, as a forward once upon a time, I'm sure that made your life a whole lot easier.
Yes, I know. With Kessa being injured the end of my 5th year, I like cried the first game I watched her. I texted her. I was like, Cass, like, I'm so excited to see you playing. Like, it makes me so happy. She's doing great. They all are.
And you look at Romero, only 3 assists this season, but again, similar to Mallory Lamb, where
Right.
he doesn't always show up in the stat sheet, but their impact is certainly felt.
Agreed. She'll take it from 25 to 25. And, again, not on the stat sheets, but, like, everyone who watches will see that.
Looking for Lamb on the near side. Pass goes harmlessly out of play. But here for homecoming festivities.
Yes.
Hopefully it's been an enjoyable Saturday for you.
Yes, it has.
Absolutely.
I mean, I would love to play a little alumni game, but I'll wait till the spring.
There you go. That'll be
I'm not
that'll
ready.
be worthwhile. That'll be worthwhile.
Yes.
As Chapezi takes it away. And how has the return to Lynchburg been?
It's good.
Good. Glad to hear it.
I feel like I've never left. Still in my same apartment with
Oh,
Emma
there you
from last
go.
year.
That's
So
fantastic.
it's been great. It's sad, if I'm going to be honest.
I can only imagine. Fortunately, my playing days didn't last as long as yours, so totally get that. As Boatwright has her pocket picked. Now Bridgewater with a chance to build in transition, generating the turnover. That's Amora Marchand. Pass taken away by Riley Cameron. And Riley Cameron, that's another player I think it's worth talking about.
Yes.
You know, last year was a first-year starter for you on that back line. It feels like game by game you just see Cameron get that much better. Redirects up and over the crossbar.
Yeah, I'm not sure many people know, but in our championship game, like one of the first plays, Cam like broke her foot or fractured her foot, and she played the entire game.
Wow.
So I credit her so much, like, for playing that entire championship game. It didn't come out as we wanted, obviously,
Sure.
but like for anyone to play on a foot that was injured after the game, it was swollen, black and blue, like basically broken. She's doing awesome. I love to see her play.
And that was one of the big absences, y'all's contest in the first round of the NCAA tournament against Salisbury.
Rycam and
difference.
Kessa. We could have, I don't know, I was talking to Kessa's dad, and I was like, you know what? If we had both of them, we could have gone far, but it's okay.
You were not the first person to say that. That's
I know.
No,
But, I mean, it has to end at some point, and it ended on a great note. Love all the girls. Love
got
field
to
hockey.
play at
I'm
home.
back.
Yeah.
Right. We ended on our home field, which I thought we would never do. So it's great.
Less than 2 to go here in the third quarter. Lamb plays back. Chapezi
Go Sid.
now landed inside the shooting circle. Sydney Rowe has it taken away at the last moment by Riley Chandler, but another penalty corner on the way. It'll be Claybaugh to insert. And I'm trying to remember, it was more often than not Kessa who would insert on penalty corners, but kind of talk me through what that, you're getting that feed at the top of the shooting circle, wherever you may have been lined up. What are you looking for? What are you hoping goes right as that insert comes your way?
Honestly, me just stopping the ball is the first thing. Honestly, our turf is so bouncy, and every insert, like, it could be a great insert and still has, like, an odd bounce, honestly, on the left side of the field. Like, Brittany's been doing great, but it does get an odd bounce. And then you kind of see if you have the shot, whoever's to your left and right, and most of the time they don't rush both, so you just got to really look up and see.
Be another penalty corner chance for Lynchburg. And even on that note, y'all played games at, I think it was Kenyon where y'all played on turf, and then also at the Liberty Field Hockey Complex. And how different do those turfs play versus Schellenberger?
So different. I wish we had Astro. We would be top 5 nationally ranked team, no doubt. We've beaten a lot of ranked teams on that Astro because we do get to play on Liberty, which many teams don't have that opportunity to play on that turf, and we really do shine. It's a faster game, quicker balls, one touches, and it changes your team's ability if you can or cannot handle that speed.
And we'll get to see this Lynchburg team at the Liberty Field Hockey Complex in about 10 days' time on the 26th.
I'm surprised they haven't played yet.
And y'all looked good on the Liberty Field Hockey Complex turf last year. You had the game winner against Ursinus 4-3, and then it was Claybaugh with the game winner, golden goal, and OT against Center. So I'm sure this team is eager to get back out there.
Yes, and then my junior year was against Rowan, who was number 2. We've had some of our greatest wins on Astro.
I'll have to talk to our athletics director, John Waters, start figuring out price, budget.
I would love if we had a lovely field hockey field.
Less than 30 seconds to play in the third quarter. Sydney Rowe!
Sydney!
The freshman, 7th score this season. That puts Lynchburg ahead 2-1.
That's awesome. Yeah, I did an overnight field hockey camp with them. I was like the counselor with all the incoming freshmen. So to see them all playing and doing really well, like Mallory, Sydney, I was with all of them, and I think I told them, I texted them before the season. I was like, you know what, guys, like, come show these girls who you are, like, whip people into shape. Like, I'm really excited to watch everyone to play.
Well, it certainly paid dividends. Lynchburg now out in front after trailing 1-0 at halftime, 2 scores here in the third, and Lynchburg looking to make it 3 consecutive wins overall, looking to make it a 5-2 home record as well. So looking to keep momentum on their side. And this is right around that time of the year where you want to start playing your best brand of field hockey.
I know it was tough to watch them lose to Shenandoah, but you'd rather lose now. That's what, when we lost last year, Jenny, we talked and we're like, you want to lose now, come back, semis, like championship, like do as much as you can.
And it was a regular season loss to Shenandoah that was certainly avenged last year in the ODAC semis. Well, Jackie, been great to talk to you.
Thank you so much.
That does it for the third quarter. We'll step aside and come back. Final stanza as we get fourth quarter action between Lynchburg and Bridgewater on LHSN.
Get your career in the game by enrolling in the University of Lynchburg MBA program with an emphasis in sport management. This program opens the doors to new possibilities for a variety of careers, from being an athletic director or working in athletic administration to working for professional organizations, your favorite team, to running a local Parks and Rec department. And employers are increasingly requesting and preferring individuals who have postgraduate education, specifically looking for an MBA. And so the University of Lynchburg Sport Management concentration in the MBA program sets you up for success, and it sets you apart from the many other people looking for jobs in the industry. Learn from winners. Here you will learn from professors and mentors who have spent their careers doing exactly what you want to do. Increase your marketability in an $83 billion industry. If you have a 3.0 GPA, the GMAT is waived. There's no application fee, admissions occurs on a rolling basis, and our online program is ideal for working adults. When you enroll in this program, you enroll in the opportunity to learn from the best of the best. Your professors have a wealth of experience working in the sport industry that they share with you in the classroom setting. Get in the game by getting your MBA with a sport management concentration at the University of Lynchburg. Just you know, Hollywood, here I come. Hey, I meant, yeah.
The real Lindsay Piper's here.
Autographs there later. Let's.
Time for the fourth quarter in Lynchburg, Virginia. The Hornets storm back with 2 scores in the third quarter. Aaron Boatwright, Sydney Rowe combined for their 5th and 7th score, respectively, on the season. And Lynchburg, after trailing 1-0 at halftime, now playing with a lead, looking to kickstart the Schellenberger Field homecoming festivities on the right note. And you come into this fourth quarter, 19-2 shot advantage. So it was good to see the Lynchburg offense course correct there in the third quarter and start to put more shots on goal, force more opportunities where Madeline Miller has to come away with a save. And that's what we saw last moment before we got to the end of the third quarter. I believe it technically came with 25 seconds to go in that last quarter of play where Sydney Rowe gave Lynchburg the 2-1 lead. And it was great to hear from Jackie Lair. She's now left, but Jackie was a fantastic player here at University of Lynchburg. If you didn't get to see her play, I do apologize. I mean, 99 career goals does not come easy. So one of the best players in program history, and played for 5 years, and now on to bigger and better things post-grad. But back here for the homecoming festivities, and, brought some good luck. Gave Lynchburg the second score of that quarter. So Olivia Muir is tangled up with Ashley Coleman, looking to get away on the restart. Muir plays it quick. Crosses left, another whistle. Once again, it goes against the Eagles. Mallory Lamb trying to play it inside the shooting circles, broken up and taken away by Mackenzie Buckley. Lamb trying to retrieve it and land one of those players that you hear Laro talking about, those freshmen. And once upon a time, Jackie Laro was the ever-impressive freshman, and a lot of ways Lamb, in a different position, has been able to do the same thing. And, of course, Sydney Rowe, one of our goal scorers, first-year player. And earlier on the broadcast, we were highlighting those impressive freshmen this season. They've certainly been on display this afternoon as McCullum, the guilty party, possession given to Bridgewater, be Meredith Rankin on the restart. Whistles on the play, goes against Bridgewater. Lynchburg looking for the insurance score. Romero trying to work left, forced back right, rolls the shot, kicked away by Miller. Bounce back out near side. Tyler collects, able to get past Casa Romero, then played forward. Buckley has it taken away. Riley Weinfordner generating the stop for Lynchburg. McCullum working against Riley Chandler. Whistles. And it sets up another penalty corner chance for the Lynchburg offense. 9th of the contest. And it's a 9-1 penalty corner edge for the Hornets. And keep in mind, at halftime, that was a 3-1 lead for Lynchburg in that department. So here in the second half, that's grown to a 6-0 lead. In the penalty corner department, once again, clay ball to insert. Front row on the far side is Marina Wadney. Instead, pass goes up top. We've seen this a ton today. Riley Cameron working right, but even when the pass has gone out to Cameron at the top of the shooting circle, it's been different variations. Sometimes she'll kick it right. There's Mallory Lamb, or she'll play it left, and there's Boatwright or a Giannis, or pick your player of choice. Another penalty corner, now 10th of the day for Lynchburg. Similar set as it's Nawadney in front of Clayball, who will insert top of the shooting circle. Features Boatwright, Cameron, and Romero. Once again, insert goes out to Cameron. Forced to send it back out left. Nawadney well outside the semicircle. Trying to play it forward for Boatwright. Pass broken up. There defensively was Daphne DeMude. More whistles, and another penalty corner on its way. Clock stops with 12:34 to play here in the fourth quarter. Cameron can't handle the pass. Rolls all the way to the near side. Gathered initially by Buckley. Whistle on the play goes against Lamb. Buckley then turns it over. There to take it back is Cameron. Cameron eyes forward in front of her. And Megan Mayo instead. It's Romero. Gets the feed. Crosses back left. Romero without a goal this season. Has 3 assists. Finds a bit of an opening. Then tripped up. No whistle. No foul in the play. Lamb gets it back inside the shooting circle. Leaves it just a step behind Romero, however. Exciting run there for Lynchburg, but no shots against Miller. And it's still a 2-1 score. Ariel lands at the feet of Clayball. Lynchburg 25-1 all time against Bridgewater. And looking to make it 8 consecutive wins against the Eagles. And all told, 10 wins in the last 11 meetings. Muir wanted Mayo. Instead, pass goes out of play. Furthermore, Lynchburg are looking to make it 3 consecutive wins and improve to a 5-2 mark when playing at home. On the other side, Bridgewater needs to find the equalizer, but looking to end a stretch of losses in 3 of their last 4. And looking to collect their first ever win on Schellenberger Field. Led at the halftime break. And the 2 scores from Lynchburg bring us to where we are now, 2-1. Marnina Wadney takes away the pass. McCullum's first touch betrays her. Rankin. Then to the loose ball. Call goes against Lynchburg. Take this moment to look at the upcoming schedules for both sides as well. For Bridgewater, they'll be on the road on Wednesday taking on the Northern Hornets of Shenandoah University, 7 o'clock start time. Then Friday, back at home to take on Virginia Wesleyan. Meanwhile, for Lynchburg, The upcoming schedule features a contest with Virginia Wesleyan at Virginia Wesleyan Wednesday evening at 5 o'clock, and then staying on the road to take on Mary Washington next Saturday at 12 o'clock. Less than 10 to go in regulation. Lamb with some space working left, now spins back right. Chips it inside the semicircle. McCullum picks it up, flicks towards the top of the shooting circle. Lamb chases it down. Give goes back to Muir. Entry of the shooting circle, deflected back out. Now Lamb sends it wide of frame. Pass inside the shooting circle, broken up by Rankin. Good play there for the senior, hailing from Marshall, Virginia. Otherwise, it's Sarah McCollum with her back to Miller and no one else there. Weinfordner kicks over. Muir looking ahead. Lamb got a stick on it. Buckley there to defend, as is Demude. Lamb, patient, works right. Had Romero. Whistles, and it sets up another penalty corner for Lynchburg. Starting to see these set pieces come in bunches for the Hornets. Again, it'll be Claybaugh to insert. Pass goes out far side. Cameron, first time we've seen her out on the far side wing. Shot. Directed out of play. It's going to stay with Lynchburg. Will be pushed outside the semicircle, however. Weinfordner for Muir as Madison Adcock, another one of the impressive freshmen, checks in. We haven't seen Adcock quite as much as a Sydney Rowe or Aurora Balsamo, who will check at the next opportunity for Lynchburg. But nonetheless, Adcock, freshman from Williamsburg, Virginia, went to Lafayette High School. What we have gotten to see has certainly been impressive as Jade Buckles has it poked away by McCullum. Approaching the midway point here in the fourth quarter. Adcock controls. Whistle. Ends the run there for Lynchburg. From the far side, pass broken up. Buckley looking to get Bridgewater in transition, but Boatwright steps up, rips it right back into the possession of the Hornets. Boatwright still with it. Single-handedly bringing it from midfield to just outside the shooting circle. Of course, Boatwright now beyond the attacking third line. Trying to roll it in. Shooting circle. Adcock couldn't redirect it. Subs on for both sides. Becca Mercer checks in for Kylie Amberger, and Sarah McCullum will sub out, bringing on Madison Mark for the Hornets. Lamb able to keep it in. Whistle goes against Bridgewater. Looks like it went off the body of Amberger. Lamb controls. Two defenders in front of her. Brings it towards the corner. It's Tyler poking it away at least for a moment. Now set it up. Balsamo has to go past her. Madison Mark. Shot. Score. There's your insurance goal. Madison Mark, her third of the season. Here it is again. Clock stops with exactly 6 minutes to go. Madison Mark, third goal of the second half for this Lynchburg offense. After a quiet first half offensively, at least when it comes to putting shots on frame and then into the back of the cage. It has certainly woken up here in the second half, and the score holds. Coach Steele in line for win number 640. As the head coach, Lynchburg field hockey squad. 200-plus wins as the Lynchburg women's lacrosse coach, but that's a conversation for another day. Balsamo now has it. Bringing it across midfield. Whistle goes against Bridgewater. That was a 3-0 win last time these two teams went toe-to-toe. Lynchburg came out on top in the ODAC quarterfinals. And Jackie Lehrer, we had on at the end of the third quarter. He went with the hat trick. Final multi-goal performance of her career. And again, the schools scored 96, 97, and 98 of her career. 99 came the next time out against a ranked Shenandoah team in Winchester, Virginia. And then that was the final collegiate score for Lehrer. She had 2 assists in that NCAA contest against Salisbury. Restart sees former Lehrer teammate Brittany Claybaugh try to carry it to the right. Another whistle. Once again, it goes against Bridgewater as Claybaugh will swing it over to Lamb. Lamb in front of Tyler. Gets it inside the shooting circle. Pass broken up just enough before it got to Romero. Romero's been close a couple of times. It feels like Lynchburg trying to give the senior a few more opportunities to try to send one on net. Bridgewater out and running. Becca Mercer, the goal scored today for the Eagles. Shot kicked away by Brady. Now cleared outside the shooting circle, rolls all the way out to Balsamo. Freshman trying to kick it forward to Adcock. Instead, winning it back for Bridgewater. Klingler. And now Romero, as we talked about, felt like Lynchburg was trying to set her up at least with an opportunity to get a shot on goal and maybe find her first score of the year. She'll check out now, and Sydney Rowe subs on. Rowe with the game winner this afternoon. Then you get the insurance score from Mark, bringing us to the 3-1 score we have now. Slam, trying to evade Buckles. Spins back. Now working towards the end line. Pass goes harmlessly out of play. A little more than 3.5 to go, as Ashley Coleman will check out, and on comes Autumn Just. Ariel played forward. Hard to locate initially for Demude. And the sun's starting to become a factor here in the Hill City, and it'll be interesting to see how that plays a factor in the women's soccer contest that'll get underway shortly after this contest closes. It's set for a 4 p.m. start time. We'll see maybe a little after that, but then later on tonight, 7 p.m. start for Lynchburg men's soccer, taking on Roanoke. So, women's soccer squad plays host to the Guilford Quakers. Men's soccer welcomes the Roanoke Maroons to Schellenberger Field. Lamb with Megan Bailey on our left side. Slow roller inside the shooting circle. Attempted aerial from Rankin. Adcock takes the shot. Miller launches it roll out of play. Franca Varanek will check in the next opportunity for Lynchburg. Buckles controls on the near side. Arced up by Lamb. Still Bridgewater possession. Less than 100 seconds to go. And assuming the score will hold, Lynchburg will elevate to 12-3 on the season, 4-1 in conference play, and it'll make a 3-game win streak for Lynchburg, coming on the heels of that 2-1 loss against Shenandoah. And meanwhile for Bridgewater, It'll be the 4th loss in the last 5 they've played. So looking to get back to where they were mid-season with that 3-game win streak. Another penalty corner on its way for Lynchburg. This will mark 13th of the day for the Hornets. Clay ball will still have the honors to insert. Pass goes to Boatwright. Steps up. Trying to center it up for Rowe. Possession ends there for Lynchburg as we're down under a minute. Just want to update you on some of the scores from around the conference. This is one of 2 games in action. First period just now getting underway between EMU and Meredith. So that's a non-conference matchup. But then at 4 o'clock, it'll be Randolph-Macon hosting Roanoke and Shenandoah taking on Ferrum. So Lynchburg with a win sets them up to at least be able to keep pace for that Shenandoah-Ferrum outcome. Adcock trying to find Rowe. Whistle. Puts it in the hands of the Eagles. And I should note, another game that's already gone final is Washington Lee winning 10-1 against Virginia Wesleyan. Varanek tripped up. And her and Klingler tangled up as the final seconds wind off the clock. 3-1, your final score, Lynchburg. 12-3 now in the season, 4-1 in conference play as Bridgewater falls to 4-7 overall, 1-3 in conference action. Fun contest. We'll give you some final thoughts, and then we'll get you out of here. And we hope to have you back for women's soccer, which is set to get underway in just about an hour. But for Bridgewater, that first half, that was 30 minutes I think you can look back at it and build upon. Go up 1-0. That's your score at the break, and you were outshot, but that could have, for all we know, been the game plan coming in here. We're going to be sound on defense, and we're going to take advantage of the 1 or 2 set pieces or the 1 or 2 breakaway opportunities that we get. And if that was the game plan, Bridgewater executed to a high level in that first half. Things started to come apart there in the second half. But still, I think there's at least 30 minutes of field hockey you can look back at and say, okay, this is going to be our identity. We're going to build upon this, and we're going to become a better team because of it. And next up for Bridgewater, again, we'll be on the road taking on Shenandoah at 7 o'clock next Wednesday. Then returning home to play host to Virginia Wesleyan next Friday. Meanwhile, for Lynchburg, hey, after a frustrating first half, the offense got going, get 2 scores in the third, and then an insurance score from Madison Mark in the fourth, and things kind of just corrected themselves, got back on track for a Lynchburg team that's now won 3 in a row, and they'll hit the road to take on Virginia Wesleyan on Wednesday. Stay on the road next Saturday at Mary Washington. But that'll do it for us here at Schellenberger Field. Hope to have you with us for the 4 o'clock women's soccer clash with Guilford. But until then, shout out to my director, Nathaniel Pierce, the rest of our fantastic LHSN broadcast crew. Till 4 o'clock, we are signing off.